All right, it's 9:01. Miley Cyrus today, tardy. Drake Bell today, tardy.
Yep.
Jared Leto, right on time.
Yeah.
I'm not tardy. I'm always on time.
You are right on the nose, brother. 9:02 in the morning and on
Thanks
schedule.
for having me.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for being on. I've got my Drake Bell note in front of me. That's not who I'm talking to.
You need this one.
I know, exactly. I don't want to plug the wrong movie. Jared, chapter 27. Now, I want to go back to the premise of this for a second, but this takes place, in 3 days leading up to Lennon's assassination?
Yeah, it does. It's the 3 days before that tragic event in New York City in December in 1980.
And why did you want to play this role? Because it's definitely intense.
It is intense, and it was something I was really trepidatious about. But, often in films we explore the successes of humanity, and I thought it was important to look into the failure. And I think it's kind of the duty of the artist to take on the difficult task at times and to explore the uncomfortable. And it was certainly all of those things. It was a complete miserable experience to make, and I would never do it again.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Well, Jared, how have the John Lennon fans reacted to the premise?
Well, I think probably a lot of people, it's upsetting, and I could understand that. But again, I thought it was important to take on this role and to examine this horrendous and horrific event. I thought it was a really important thing to do.
And in this movie, you look like I did in the 7th grade, bloated, and you had to gain 60 pounds for this role?
Yeah, I did. I was 67 pounds heavier than I normally was, and it was just an important part of the transformative nature of the character, and something that really taught me a lot about this person. And it changed the way that I walked, it changed the way that I talked, it changed even the way that I laughed, and it was really informative for the part.
Did people recognize you?
No, they didn't. They didn't, which was an interesting experiment. And even people that knew me for years and years and years, I would see when I was finished shooting, I went back to L.A. and people they had no idea who I was.
Well, I would imagine that Friday and Saturday slow down once you gain 67 pounds.
Yeah, just a bit.
You know what I mean? Like there's less return on the BlackBerry when you're. I mean, look at him. He looks huge in this photo.
I know, it's big.
And then you lost. How did you gain it? How'd you lose it?
I basically force-fed myself. I mean, I ate everything that you think you shouldn't eat. I ate, and pizza, pasta, ice cream, and just more and more and more of it. And it wasn't at any time enjoyable or fun. It was a very, very kind of excruciating and really intense process, and I definitely wouldn't recommend it to anybody.
And dropping, you just stopped eating like crap?
Yeah, I've always kind of eaten really healthy, and so I went back to what my normal routine and exercised. But it was fascinating to see how diet affects your health, because in a matter of weeks, I think I gained the first 45 pounds in 7 weeks, and doctors were really kind of pleading with me to stop what I was doing and to get on prescription medication for my cholesterol. And it was not something that I would ever do again.
Chapter 27 in limited release April 4th in Los Angeles. Jared Leto is with us right now at KIIS-FM. Is there ever a point where you feel like taking on a certain role can be dangerous? It sounds like this might have been.
I think so. It was certainly not a healthy thing to do, and I'm still, even though it's almost 2 years since I've made the film, it still has. I'm still recovering in a way from the experience, and it was one of those opportunities to challenge myself and to really push myself to a place that I'd never been before. And those type of opportunities don't come along very often. So it was what needed to be done for that part. But I wouldn't jump into something like this again. It's a very dangerous thing to do, and not something to be treated lightly.
So you could do Superhero Movie 2, and that's much easier on the body next year.
Exactly.
And Lindsay Lohan is in this movie as well. I think a lot of her fans were surprised that she took on this role. When did you find out she was going to be with you in the movie?
Well, I think it was a few months before we started shooting. She had expressed some interest, and we thought it was really brave of her. She's certainly not known for making these kind of choices, and it was great to have her want to do something different and participate.
Sometimes she gets a bad rap. How is she when she's working on the set? Because I believe she's really talented.
I think that beyond all of the things, the kind of the superficial and tabloid things, she's a great actress, and people focus on the things that they read, I guess, in the newspapers all the time. But what I know of her is the actress on set, and she did a great job.
Jared Leto, also 30 Seconds to Mars. What's going on with the music, bro?
Just got back from Africa. Actually, 2 days ago, we played a couple of shows there, and we're actually working on a new album right now.
Exciting. So you're having fun. Yeah. You're having a good time.
We're having a great time. It's been an incredible few years, and it's just everything that you could hope and dream for. We've been working on this band for, well over a decade. We've been signed as a band, and it's just phenomenal that we've had this amount of success. We're really, really, really happy and grateful.
Jared Leto with us at KIIS-FM. He's back to the size where he and I can clothes swap. So he's back to a medium. Maybe a small. I don't know. How much do you weigh now?
I'm slim.
He's slim.
Probably about 140 pounds.
Slimmer than I.
Slim bordering on bony.
Damn. I got to get to that weight. That's my playing weight.
What are you clocking in on?
I'm clocking in at, I went to Mexico at the beginning of the year, and I hit 169, which was tragic for me.
Really?
Yeah, and then I'm back down. I'm back down to 158er. 158er.
Buddy?
Bench pressing about 2 Ryans. 2 Ryans and a half of Jared. I'm not a gym rat, bro. I kind of feel like you might be.
You ever seen the scene in Boogie Nights where it's Mark Wahlberg and that other actor who's I'm a huge fan of. I'm spacing on his name right now, but they're standing by the pool talking about how much they binge, and it's Philip Seymour. It's John C. Reilly, actually, right?
Right. Is it?
It's just amazing.
Yeah. Well, that scene I play it over and over in my head all the time and think I could never pull it off. Hey, man, congrats on everything. We'll see you soon. Thanks for calling in this morning.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Okay, dude.